Hello, everyone. Thank you for virtually joining us today. I would like to thank Hansra Consulting from the bottom of my heart for having me play a role in today's webinar and creating a world of conscious leaders in this virtual importance of collaboration for the workforce today and in the future. My name is Azia Provine. I am the Director of Health Equity in the Workforce and Community Impact with the American Heart Association. I am newly the Midwest lead for education, training, and engagement with the association's DEI task force, where we are empowering current and future leaders to lead with equitable practices for all. No matter where they sit within the power of the organization, it's essential that we lead with health equity. I am a member of the Workforce Development Council with Westside United here in Chicago, and we're really excited for that strategic collaboration as well. We are dedicated to make an impactful commitment for economic vitality and adding value to the aspects of leading workforce development initiatives on Chicago's West Side. As a diversity, equity, and inclusion practitioner, and someone who advocates for employees and leaders to feel seen, heard, and valued, it's an honor to be here with you today in camaraderie for aligning equitable health practices in a culturally conscious way. And today, I will be sharing the American Heart Association's Health Equity in the Workforce framework. And this involves addressing systemic inequities and ensuring that all employees have access to necessary support and resources for health equity. Health equity is achieved by removing barriers created by structural racism and discrimination and systemic inequities. And I will also be addressing comprehensive approaches to mental health and well-being requirements for leaders and organizations. I will also share complementary assets that employers may utilize to invest sustainable health equity practices in their workforces. According to actuarial analysis conducted by Deloitte, health inequities equate to 320 billion in US healthcare spending. If this is left unaddressed, health inequities are estimated to cost US 1 trillion by 2040. Health-related factors contributing to direct and indirect costs of spending include poor mental health, high blood pressure, and racial discrimination. This can lead to absenteeism in the workplace, which can cost US employers $3,600 annually per employee. And if we would like to continue building visionary organizations that place health equity and conscious culture at the heart of their organizations and recruiting top talent while building internal talent pipelines and retaining top talent is essential for leveraging sustainable workplaces and performance for individuals to feel like they belong. And so with this, what does that look like? We want to talk about well-being and the Well-Being Works Better platform that the American Heart Association has to offer. And so firstly, I will share a health equity framework. Our impact for health equity and how we've led nationally. And then I'll also talk about mental health and well-being resources, which addresses systemic racism, empowers and champions the next generation workforce, focuses on neurodiversity, and socialize the needs of the 5 different generations in the workforce today. COVID has changed the world and how we see health equity in the workplace show up, and we want to address those in a positive way. And this includes addressing workplace disparities of women, Black women, Hispanic women, and other women of color. And lastly, I will share resources and assets employers may use themselves for their communities. All right, are you still with me? That was a lot. Please drop a heart in the chat if you're still there. All right, so we're going to move on into the state of health equity. And we believe at the Heart Association that the state in which every individual has a fair and just opportunity to be as healthy as possible, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, age, ability, veteran status, and other factors. Research has shown that social factors that address health equity include economic stability, neighborhood and housing, including the physical environment, food insecurity, healthcare experiences, community and social context, and education. Does this sound like a conversation that you maybe have at church, at your dinner table, with friends, colleagues, business resource groups? That's why we're here today. So we want to talk about the social determinants of health. and how that can negatively impact how an individual may or may not show up as their full selves while on the job, leading a small business or leading a large organization. We believe that employees are healthcare providers. Excuse me, we believe that employers are healthcare providers and have a direct connection for positively enhancing the lifespan of their employee population. So the association's goal is to positively impact 10 million lives by 2025. Today, we have changed the health equity trajectory of 5 million employees and leaders within the workforce across the nation. Wow, we're really excited to share more about this with you. And our supporting evidence is through our health equity framework, our scorecard, and our employer resource guide, which I will also share. The Employer Resource Guide has 10 health equity strategies, which we foster. And that is one, to offer comprehensive, understandable, and affordable healthcare coverage, including mental health for employees. Secondly, thus to support employee financial well-being through education, benefits, and other resources. And third, we want to strive to assemble a leadership team comprised of people from diverse backgrounds that are representative of workforce and community. We want to, fourth, ensure pay equity and promote a living wage. Five, we want to embed health equity as a strategic priority in the organization's mindset, strategy, operations, resource allocations, and talent. Six, we would like to take steps to minimize potential for bias and discrimination in hiring and retention to promote practices. And seven, offer paid family medical and sick leave. The eighth health equity strategy is to improve performance assessment and methods to help ensure equitable and fair evaluation for all employees. And then the ninth health equity strategy is to educate managers about workforce health equity and equip them with resources to implement and sustain health equity strategies. And the last and final 10th health equity strategy is implement workplace health and well-being benefits, policies, programs, and systems that have intentionally been designed to promote equitable employee health outcomes. We understand that this may look differently in every organization. Some organizations are just starting out in health equity, some are finding their ground as far as making an impact, and others are leading the way. Nonetheless, we are all in this together. And so we are equipping leaders and managers to be empathetic, to lead consciously and confidently with the tools and the resources provided through the Wellbeing Works Better platform. So there are 1 in 5 employees, which is 20%, that experience mental health challenges annually, such as anxiety, depression, stress, and according to the National Institute of Mental Health, furthermore, poor mental health in the workplace leads to significant financial impact, with gold estimating showing that 1 trillion is lost in productivity each year due to depression and anxiety alone, according to the World Health Organization. Our mental health and well-being process metrics provides distributing public health research for companies within limited capacity. So this may look like a company or a church or small business that may not have the capacity to expand their talent pipeline at this time. We work with them to provide resources because we understand that mental health and well-being is important for all. My call to action would be to improve workplace burnout and increase mental health awareness through empowerment. I encourage everyone to download, implement, and share the Employer Resource Guide with your organization. I've shared health equity in the framework, the impact we've made with our National Health Equity in the Workforce Initiative, mental health and well-being resources for employers, which address workplace disparities, and lastly, the resources and tools employers may use to implement health equity at the heart of doing business. We believe that employers are healthcare providers. Thank you.